Fox host Lara Trump said Americans ought to be kissing the feet of Elon Musk and President Donald Trump.
Actually laughable every time you hear these people on the left say Elon's enriching himself and his friends. You just talked about it. This guy is losing money because of what he's doing, but he understands the importance of this moment. We cannot continue in perpetuity spending the way we are. We cannot survive as a country. So people ought to be kissing the feet of Elon Musk and Donald Trump for being the two people to actually do this. But these folks on the left are going to continue down this path. And you know what? They're going to continue to lose the support of the American people. They ought to be ashamed of themselves, but I know not a single one of them is.
Goddamn right I'm not ashamed of myself. No, not at all. Not at all. Let's keep going. Okay. Okay. So first of all, you ought to be kissing the feet of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Gross. You nasty. All right. I'm just saying.
Sexual anarchy.
Not interested. Not interested at all. All right. So let's not do that. Okay. Now, secondly, though, the reason that Elon Musk is losing money is because people hate him. All right. Europeans are not buying Teslas. Americans are not really buying Teslas. Okay. In California, for example, the company's biggest U.S. market, sales have cratered. Okay. Worldwide, the company recorded its first annual sales decline last year. In Europe, Tesla sales plunged 45% in January, according to research firm Jado Dynamics, even as overall electric vehicle sales rose. So it's not like people are not buying electric cars. They're just looking at Teslas and being like, hell no. Hell no. The sales numbers were particularly bad in Germany and France. Elon Musk attempted to influence the German elections. Yeah. Now, the latest auto sales figure from China also show that Tesla sales have been nearly halved from February a year ago. Now, that said, it's likely because of local competition and not necessarily tied to Trump, to Musk's politics, okay, which are pro-Trump. All right. That said, both of his politics and the fact that other automakers are building better vehicles, better EVs than Musk, that is why he is losing money. Most of his cash is tied up in Tesla stock. So when the stock goes down, as it has been, he loses money. Now, as I already mentioned, Musk's unpopularity, part of it is not only because he backed Donald Trump, but also backed far-right parties overseas. And in the United States, he is being cast as the architect of really incredibly unpopular cuts to jobs. Okay. And by the way, the Department of Government Efficiency has not exactly been all that efficient. Oh, you're fired. Oh, we need you to come back. Oh, you're fired again. Oh, turns out we realize that these jobs are important, so you got to come back. Oh, you're fired again. We're the Department of Government Efficiency. Doesn't really sound all that efficient. All right. Not only that, but look, he's trying to cut Social Security. Wants to cut Medicare. Wants to cut Medicaid. All these programs that are incredibly popular with the voters, even Trump voters. Okay, a lot of Trump voters on Medicaid. A lot of Trump voters on Social Security. And so they're like, boy, yeah, we're not really liking what Elon Musk is doing. Okay, and you could see this in these town halls, which is, by the way, why Republicans are no longer holding town halls. Okay, they're running away from those voters, and they're calling them left-wing agitators, which is hilarious. Okay, absolutely ridiculous. Now, that said, you got these Trump voters that, yeah, they didn't want to lose their jobs. Okay, and they certainly don't want to lose their Medicare, Medicaid, or Social Security. Now, speaking of Social Security, he's been eyeing it. He's on the attack, okay? And he's out there pushing bullshit lies about this program like this.
I mean, the wage report in entitlement spending, which is which is most of the federal spending is entitlements. So That's like the big one to eliminate. Is that's the sort of $500 billion, maybe $700 billion a year. That is also a mechanism by which the Democrats attract and retain illegal immigrants by essentially paying them to come here, and then turning them into voters.
Yes.
So this is why the Democrats are so upset about the situation, because they're losing. You know, if we turn off this gigantic money magnet for illegal immigrants, then they will leave, and they will lose voters.
Wait, undocumented immigrants don't vote. They can't. They can't. They don't have the documentation to vote. I mean, you look at all the votes that were cast in the 2024 election. You might have like enough undocumented people that registered to vote that you can count on one hand. Okay, just tiny amounts. And again, their votes get flagged and thrown out. They're not voting in elections. Okay, and they don't get Social Security. They do not get Social Security. They don't have Social Security numbers. They cannot get Social Security. But you know what? They're working. They do pay into it. Part of the payroll tax. Okay? So he's absolutely wrong about all of this, about the levels of fraud. In fact, Social Security Inspector General found about $71.8 billion in improper payments from fiscal years 2015 through 2022. You know what that equates to? About less than 1% of all the benefits that were paid out within that same time period. So, I mean, yeah. And now, improper payments, by the way, are not a result of fraud, but likely mistakes. Okay? And Social Security, when they find it, they claw back the money. In fact, one of the changes that Biden had made is like, basically, if you have an improper payment, you have to pay back all the benefits, right? That you had taken, even if it's not your fault. Biden changed that to, okay, you still have to pay it back, but we're not going to take your entire Social Security check to do it. You know what Trump just did? Reverse that policy. Now, after March 27th, if there's an improper payment, which might not even be your fault, and they find it, they're going to take 100% of your Social Security check to pay it back. And so that's going to mean poverty for a lot of people, okay? Because again, a lot of the people that are on Social Security, you have people who are retired, people who are disabled, and they might not even realize that they're getting an improper payment. And guess what? They're going to lose that income stream in order to pay that back, all right? And we have historically low levels of employment at the Social Security office, meaning there's not enough workers. So there might be a mistake. They might make an improper payment or initiate an improper payment to a beneficiary, and this beneficiary might not know, like, oh, hey, look, it turns out I got a little bit of extra money. Great. And then they're like, no, we messed up. Now we're going to take all of your check. It's gone. And so that's the disaster that people will find themselves in as a result of this. Not only that, but Musk also claimed that there are 20 million people who are definitely dead, marked as alive in the Social Security database. That is also not true. Okay? Even Lee Dudick, Social Security's acting commissioner, is like, that is not true. Okay? These individuals are not necessarily receiving benefits. Yeah, because it cuts off 115. Okay? And when you die, the morgue generally will contact Social Security and say, this person is now dead. Stop sending them checks. And so, yeah, there it is. So he's lying about the most successful and popular program in the country while he's cutting jobs. And Laura Trump is wondering, why is he not that popular? Huh? Yeah, they just can't figure it out. well, if they don't understand now, there's a good chance that they never will. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.